In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. One, two, three.
Oh, what's up, everybody out there? This is Ed and Quinn coming to you loud from Maui. Ho, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Can I say the rest because already New Year's past too, so it's all about Christmas, man. It's cold as a mofo. It is cold. My feet is cold. I got the Snoopy slippers on and it's not working. It's that cold. Makawao, right now, 58. And it's still early. It's going to get colder later on. I love it. I love the cold weather. I just, like I said before, I don't like the rain. Yeah, Quinn, I see you in your sweats. Nice and warm, eh? And you're sipping on some tea. Hot tea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I love the rain, though.
Yeah, you like the rain?
Oh, of course.
How's it down at the ocean? Is it really cold down there?
No, it's super windy. Oh, yeah, it is cold, but it's super windy.
Yeah.
So, look, they have small craft warning until March 6th.
Wow.
So windy. They're already, calling it a couple days ahead.
Yeah. Wow, but those tourists, they're still gung-ho, huh? They still come in groves and they're like, come on, man, let's go surfing, bro. I don't blame them, man. If I would go on a trip, I would, and that was one of my things I wanted to do. Rain or shine, let's do this.
Yeah, that's what you always got to think about.
Yeah.
But then it's about safety, too, after, take these guys out and they...
High wind or something.
Your expectations are a little higher than what their capabilities are.
Yeah, like some of them can't even swim. Yeah. And it's scary because their lives are, in your hands technically, right? Yeah. But you need water safety, CPR class, all that in order to do what you do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So maybe after you should be a lifeguard.
I think that's what my goal is now.
Yeah, you're an ocean dweller. You're always in the ocean. That's your life,
Oh, yeah.
Canoes, surfing. Although it's a little bit on a pause right now because you got your babies, but as they get older, you can take them out and teach them how to surf and do all kinds of stuff.
You're teaching yourself again.
Yeah, teach yourself again, and it's all good. All positive vibes. Sure. I tell you what's not positive, guys. The state, our damn state, these people who is representing us and supposed to be speaking for us, for the people, right? By the people. They ain't about us. They're not about us. So I just want to bring this up. These same people, are these the same people that they spent billions on a rail on Oahu, which goes from nowhere to nowhere? You know what I'm saying? For billions, and it's still not even in operation yet, right? These are the same people. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These are the same people who is trying to ban all cigarettes to Hawaii. Basically, if you're 100 years or older, you'd be allowed to smoke. But anyone who's 199 years or younger, you won't be allowed to smoke in Hawaii. They were trying to pass a bill or a law in Hawaii banning all smoking, not even realizing that, hey, 70% of your Asian tourists probably smoke cigarettes. I don't know if that's a fact, but I'm just talking out my ass on that. You know what I'm saying, though, right? Mm-hmm. Most Asians I know smoke cigarettes, and they drink beer, no matter how red they get. Are these the same guys, right? Who put all these bans on us and prevent us from like at least creating a casino for Hawaiians on their own Hawaiian lands that they have, right? That they get. You got to be so much Hawaiian, right? To go in the Hawaiian homeland. They can't even open a little casino in their homeland stead. You know what I'm saying? To make money for themselves. Or even have a boat where we could have, if you don't want gambling on the island, fine, take it out on a boat. Nothing. We can't engage in any of those things. Not that I'm a gambler, people. And I'm not saying it's the right thing, but they've got us tied down so tight that it's becoming unbearable. and that's, I'm just speaking on my behalf on this. And what I'm getting to my point. My point is, they just recently tried to pass a bill of legalizing marijuana in Hawaii, and they denied it. You know what I'm saying? And remember we was talking about on our last podcast, if I had you know what I mean, a cash crop of choice, that would be it. Not just marijuana, the type you smoke, but also hemp. But this bans all cannabis, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Including hemp. So, I mean, we're just, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are these state representatives thinking? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't remember agreeing to a billion, or actually $10 billion rail. Do you remember voting or agreeing to something like that, Quinn? No, right?
No, for sure not.
What do you think? Am I, you know what I mean? Am I just... I mean, it's not that I support guys smoking weed and stuff, but I just see it as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? An opportunity that we all could benefit from. And once again, I mean, I don't even smoke cigarettes, and that ban, that you know what I mean, that ban that they wanted to do for all cigarettes, all people in Hawaii smoking cigarettes. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I don't smoke, but I know a lot of people who do, and that is not fair.
No, imagine the crime rate that would...
Crime rate. And then, you know, like how they try to ban fireworks.
Yeah.
You know? How many people this past New Year's Eve was probably popping illegal fireworks? I can count like 8 houses around me alone that was just blowing them off on December 30th. You know what I'm saying? Not even on New Year's Eve. They was doing it like Christmas Eve. There was popping illegals. So come on. You know, you cannot camp over here unless you pay. I think if you're a resident of these islands, especially if you go back generations, and I can, you know, if you can prove your genealogy, why are we paying to go and camp on our own beaches? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway,
where do you have to pay?
You got to pay for a camping permit.
Where is that? Oh,
the county.
Anywhere now?
Yeah, you got to pay for going. I mean, it's just.
I guess
maybe just state parks, but
fishing poles though.
I don't think that matters.
I think if you have fishing poles out, you can stay as long overnight.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's kind of the gray area.
You just cast on pole.
Yeah, you just have a pole.
As long as you're not like in a sanctioned area, where you're not supposed to be fishing. Well, officer, I'm just fishing. Yeah, you're not supposed to be fishing over here, bro. Oh. Oh, shucks. Yeah, you know, we were just talking about this on the last podcast, how you got greedy hands grabbing at the money pot and not allowing the community to benefit from any of it, and not allowing. And look, aren't they going through some scrutiny with that type of money, like the rail? Huh? Isn't there a legal lawsuit going around? Certain people are being targeted.
Yeah, this lady. I guess she's supposedly the head of trying to bust these guys, the corruption. I don't even know how to say it. She's the head, defensy.
Defense.
Let me see if I can.
It's like how, like even Joey Diaz said on Joe Rogan's show. He said, "Hey, you got some corrupt political leaders, and they give out bids for certain construction jobs. Let's say they know the person, they give it to them, and even though they bid low, they still take it for a higher price, and then they share the overhead, whatever they have. That it's I'm not even.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She's just a city official, but she's supposedly paying off all these guys, these police officers, Louis K. Aloha, and all these guys, they're trying to just pay them off so they're not, telling them what's really going on.
So they're acting shady.
But
That's shady behavior.
She's put on leave, but paid leave.
See, that's bullshit.
She gets to have a lawyer and all of this. And even we were just watching that one, the governor is even covering for her,
Yeah, he waited until she got a lawyer and all that stuff before he broke the news, and even the people were like asking him,
And that's why
this is from what, January, right?
Yeah, this is in January, but I guess the case was brought up like 2018, and they were supposed to talk about this and that. No.
Well, people, the reason why we're bringing up this old news is because, like I said earlier, these representatives, who are they really representing? Because we're missing out on a lot of opportunities. We got to evolve as a state. The other states are evolving, and now they're benefiting from it, and a lot of stuff is happening out there. We're being left behind, as usual. Is this a planned thing? Do they want us to be left behind? It's bad enough that our freshman courses over here is like freaking 5th grade stuff in the mainland. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're left behind. Education-wise, or like I said earlier in the other podcast, man, all our jobs are service jobs. If you think about it, it's kind of like a legalized slavery. Ooh, I'm going there. No.
Well, it's true though, like everybody, it's hard to make a living, out here. And,
it is.
And now we have such an increase of, mainland or offshore, people trying to live here. It's increasing, influx with all the real estate, and just things just go up in price.
Yeah.
It's like you bring tourism, and then these places like Wailea, Kapalua, just start engulfing the community.
It's like a cancer, bro.
Starts.
Yeah, exactly. And you get an old man who's a fisherman who owned these 10 acres for generations, and all he does is fish and sell his fish to the local market and survive. All of a sudden, you got Mr. I don't know who's a good name to be Stallone. No. I like Stallone. Yo, Rocky.
Steve Stallone.
Steve Stallone. And he moves in, and he's this big time actor, director, and he jacks up all the real estate prices because he's worth something, And now you have uncle or grandpappy over here who's a fisherman, can't pay the land tax because it's a luxury now. I mean, everything goes up. Prices go up, and that's why even Amazon was booted out of New York, because that's what would have happened. They would have jacked all the prices up, real estate, everything, and it's already high. Prices are already high here. Oh. Am I making sense?
I hope so, because I know me too. I'm ranting.
Because I'm ranting, and 4 beers later,
we're drinking tea.
Now I'm trying to sober up. Okay. No. It's all good. Hey, episode 30, guys. And actually, that wasn't the issue that we wanted to talk about. It's just something we brought up because we were just scanning through the news, and we noticed that, our state doesn't want to legalize marijuana. Why? We don't know. All the other states that are is benefiting big time. Crime, everything is going down. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity. You know why? I can tell you why. Because 80% of the local brothers out there get the green thumb. And they can grow. They grow the meanest stuff. And you know what I mean? They can't be having that. You can't have no independent Hawaiians not benefiting from nothing. Right? Right? I don't know. And not just Hawaiians, man. You get some local brothers out there too. Green thumbs. But... okay, take a breath. Now we're going to get into our subject for episode 30, Loud from Maui. UFOs. UFOs. Unidentified flying objects. Right? Or just basically not from this planet. Not from here. And the reason I'm bringing this up because, of course, on Joe Rogan Experience, the latest one, I think it was about a day or two ago, Alex Jones returns. And that, people, You want to talk long podcast? That was what, a 5-hour podcast? Yeah, Quinn? Did you listen to the entire thing?
Yeah, I did.
So did I. In fact, I'm pretty bad, man. I listened to the whole thing and then I rewound it halfway and then listened to the last part again.
Yeah, no. I mean,
With Eddie Bravo. When Eddie Bravo comes in, he stirs the pot. I love it. I love it.
he's
Man.
funny, man. No, they're funny how they react and
Yeah.
stuff, but
Eddie's like, how do you know they exist? And, what are you talking about, Eddie? What are you talking about? Like, he's like freaking out. Alex Jones, man. If you guys don't know who he is, what's the name of his show? Infowars.
yo,
Infowars.com. Check it out. And, you know, he only has the truth. He only gives out the truth, and it's through knowledge, through people, through experience that he's gained. And whether you believe it or not, and some of the stuff he even says, I don't believe it myself. But I'm just telling you what I know. You know, and it's actually driving him kind of crazy to the point where
right.
he said some things that got him deplatformed, right?
yeah,
Off of all social media people. Yet you have Kathy Griffin, who can hold up a head of Trump, all bloodied, and say, yeah, this is your president, you know, that kind of stuff. And she also, you know, that kid for the one with the native Hawaiian yelling in that white boy's face. I mean, he was a cocky little punk too, but you know what I mean? She was putting out calls on everybody to get this boy's number and get his name, get his address, and harass him. I mean, and she's not deplatformed. So what, you know what I'm saying? Why is he deplatformed all of a sudden? And she's not, and she's doing all this ludicrous kind of type stuff.
too much movement with his words.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, too much people listen to him.
Well, anyway, enough of Alex Jones. If anybody wants to listen to it, the latest Joe Rogan Experience, check it out. It's awesome. But he got us into the UFO thing.
I wanna,
He was talking about
I want to
that.
go do interviews. Like, you see all the veterans that live here? Imagine the kind of shit they know. You know, like, oh, like, go do interviews.
About what?
Like,
With UFOs?
or just
Anything, yeah, anything.
They go to these old folk homes.
Yeah.
Imagine now these veterans.
Oh,
houses.
yeah, I know. Kula
We have so
Hospital,
much- we have
man.
so much-
We're going to do a Halloween one at Kula Hospital, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we go video, that's a good one, man.
Oh, yeah, we should do some spooky ones. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be scary. A friend of mine, Jason, J-Boy, he suggested going up to Kula Hospital.
I'm not good at
And that's a
this.
good idea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But
No, man.
no, we're such wimps. But I'm willing. Or Paya School. Oh, Paya School is scary.
Ghost
man.
hunters.
Wow, some scary stuff. They go in cemetery right in the back. All Paya is all Asian cemeteries.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all where all of Asian people lived and died, and families are buried all even together and stuff, and they're developing over that. Talk about some poltergeist stuff, huh? They're
yeah,
here. But anyway, UFOs. Okay, first of all, are they from space, or are they from like a different dimension, like time travelers? I mean, think about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people in the future I'm sure they could probably come back. Maybe not interact with us, but they can come in an energy force, like almost like, okay, like not physically. You got to put yourself in a mental state here. Like, you ever heard of Coconut Wireless? When you think of your friend, hey, I wonder how they're kind of doing, and then they call you all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? They said twins have that mental telepathy type thing.
Or even when you're young and people say, "Oh, they're talking shit." You hear your ears buzz.
Yeah, your ears buzzing. Right. No, but I'm talking about like if your auntie or your grandma is like, oh, I miss Quinn. I wonder how he's doing. And then all of a sudden you get the feeling to call her, and then you call her, and then she's like, wow, I was just thinking about you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm so close with my brother that sometimes I'll call him or he'll call me right when I'm ready to press send and his name is on there. And then the phone will ring and it's him. I promise. Like, you know, you don't know how many times we end up showing up at parties wearing the same damn t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? He wears his jiu-jitsu shirt. I'm wearing my jiu-jitsu shirt thinking, yeah, I look good. I go over there. He's wearing the same damn shirt. But it's just that, you know, that mental. So I'm just saying, you know, what if like aliens, because for them to travel light years through space, you know, we don't know. But according to what, you know, scientists say, you know, and what is that? Physics? the law of physics and all that. You get the light years is like 1,000 years per year.
Now we're gonna look it up.
I mean, but look it up.
See, we gotta learn some physics.
But is that but is that, can you travel through that if you go through dimensions instead of going from A to B in space? If you just go through a dimension, a porthole. And I don't know, man. That's just, I'm a banana tree. I'm just making up shit.
Yeah, well, so 1 light year is 5.8 trillion miles. Trillion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can't wrap my brain can't even.
But then, like, at that level, how can you even,
numbers.
think of, like, time exactly?
Once you pass the number 1,000, my brain goes blur. You can't be talking trillions and oh, dude, like they said the unit there's like 23 trillion galaxies in our universe alone. I mean, can you fathom that? Can you even picture that in your mind? But they do the calculations through math and all that. Okay, I'm bringing UFOs up because according to Facebook, and I read it, and people out there, I need witnesses because we can't find anything about it. There was UFOs sighted over Lahaina just a couple nights ago. And people was thinking, oh, maybe it was the light show from the Bruno Mars concert, right? And or maybe it was this. But people all the way in like deep Lahaina, like Ka'anapali side, was saying that they were seeing lights in the sky dancing over Lahaina. So was that a light show, people? Do you guys know? Does anybody know? Because we can't find anything about it. But it was on Facebook. But even in California, they've been seeing it. A lot of people on the West Coast. And even as far as Russia, they see things in the sky. A glowing, like looks like like it's on fire, but it's stationary. And then suddenly, boom, it's gone. And that Joe Rogan with Alex Jones, when Eddie Bravo and them, they were all talking about aliens coming and NASA and all that stuff. And, that they just got deep into that. And then I read on Facebook that people were seeing UFOs over Lahaina. So I figured, we got to talk about this. You're
right. I know, I can't find anything.
Well, according to Alex Jones, they travel to dimensions. Okay? And it's like through mental power, mental telepathy. I mean, granted, listen now, we're using up only 10% of our brains.
Can you imagine?
Majority of the population, we only use, try to look it up. How much of our brain we're using? I think
10%.
I think it's only like 10%. Yeah, 10%. So, and granted, like he said the Nazis was doing this and other scientists, they go into a DMT type state of mind where their brain is like, open, as they'd say. Now, I'm not promoting drugs, people. Don't get me wrong. I'm just quoting what they said. And in that sense, in that state of mind, that's when you go through dimensions, and that's when you go through portholes and through your mind power, the energy power, right? I don't know, man. What do you think?
It's crazy. Yeah, just imagine there's these guys just getting all crazied out and then seeing whatever, and then it's just that they're just really tripping on themselves. Like,
well,
what if it could be just something within yourself that you see?
Okay, look at our evolutionary process, how we are as humans now, compared to we were in the 80s or even in the 60s. Okay, first of all, our phones. It was a Star Trek thing. That guy Roddenberry, he was onto something, man. When he went, Gene Roddenberry, I think that's the guy who did Star Trek, right? With the flip phones, right? And so when flip phones came out, everyone was teasing it like, oh, that's so Star Trek, dude. And, that's and that. And then also we came into touchscreen. And I remember when I first saw the tab, the tablet, I was like, no way. And then my wife got me one, a Samsung tablet. It was a nice big screen. I could watch movies on it. And everything was touchscreen. And I was like blown away. But now, our phones, it shrunk down to our phones. Samsung. You know what I'm saying? That's the brand I have. But some of you guys out there have the Apple or iPhone. And, I mean, it's already up into, the 10s? Samsung 10, iPhone 11. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and it's only been several years, technically. maybe 25 years. Now, boost us 1,000 years from now. We already have that power of coconut wireless. Deja vu. I've had it many times where I've dreamt of a scenario for like months, sometimes years. Since I was a kid, I would have this dream and I remember it. And then in the future, all of a sudden, like this guy would come by with a black dog and a dog would bark at me and then a car would come and pass. And then the smells and everything at that moment in time. And then it comes true. One day I'm walking down the street and then I stop and then this black dog walks by with a guy on a leash and he looks at me the same way I remember it years prior to that in my dreams. And I see everything and I smell everything. And I get this sickness in my stomach, like something bad is going to happen now. It always ends up in my mind, oh shit, something's bad is going to happen. And nothing bad happens and I continue my life. But I'm like, wow, that was another, deja vu. Many times. I know you've had that, right?
Yeah, for sure. I can't really even recall, but for sure you have just unexplained senses, right?
Right.
Especially even on the water, sometimes you just, you feel just a connection with everything too.
Well, so
like
that mental
you can kind of
power,
plan,
okay?
even being out at sea, like when you can't see an island, for so long.
Yeah, your brain goes.
But you can feel that you're on the right track.
Yeah.
And you can, kind of. That's how some Hawaiians, they say you bring the island to you, right?
That's
you're
a
not
good.
really sailing, but you're bringing the island to you. Right?
Yeah,
you're like envisioning it to come to you.
Right. And the navigators, I bet you they did that too. They could feel the ocean on where to go and where the track is. It's like programming your mind to wake up in the morning before your alarm. I do it all the time and it works. I look at my clock. Okay, I'm gonna wake up by 6 tomorrow, and I'll set my alarm at 6. And you know what? 5:59, bink, eyes open. It does work. The power of the mind, and we're only using 10%. Most of us. You know what I'm saying? So imagine in the future, 1,000 years from now, and we already have that power of like coconut wireless and deja vu. Now with texting, okay, we're communicating with each other without even speaking in a way, because we're texting our thumbs. That's our voice now. Pictures, memes now. Emojis. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's getting simplified and simpler and simpler. Who knows how we're going to be 1,000 years from now? And like how Joe Rogan says, the aliens of the future is us coming back to see us. And the reason why we have those big eyes, those bulging eyes, and they're all bald and all is probably the sun is like immense in 1,000 years. And so they have to wear, how we wear shades. And, they're wearing like those goggles like to protect their eyes. And, that's not their real eyes. He had all his theories and it makes sense.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, that could be us in the future coming back to see us. But who knows?
Then it's like you can go real deep, yeah.
Well, and I think if anything, that is true aliens. That is the true aliens.
And that's why they say like us, we're the alien already.
Exactly.
And that's why, like, I really dig Scientology now. More a little bit. I appreciate that is because then it's like. And then religion, that's where it all kind of bases off of from.
Yep.
It's like, who cares about that? You just gotta focus on being a good person, and trying to make the most of it.
Yep. Positive vibes. That's all we need, guys. Positive vibes. Right? Be a good person, and that way everyone in your community is happy, and we just live a happy life. That's what it comes down to.
Don't have to stress.
Don't stress. Yeah.
The question where we gotta be going.
Yeah.
We're here already, and that's like, people who do psychedelic drugs, and stuff. That's what they say. It's like you're not waiting for the high. You're just already high.
It's just triggering. It's triggering that part of the mind that we normally don't use. I think
you're just realizing that's what you're in the state.
Yeah. State of mind. Hey, like I said, guys, if any of you heard or even witnessed anything above Lahaina, a couple of nights ago, give us a comment. And or if you read it like I did and now you can't find anything about it, leave a comment. I'm interested to know.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
We need to.
And we'll get more into this in the future. For now, we're coming up on almost 30 minutes, dude. 30 minutes. So, entertainment, real quick. Game of Thrones got, for all you hip people out there, season 8, the last of it. That's what it looks like. Season 8 is coming up. And I am ready. Are you guys ready?
I didn't even watch season 7.
I watched the whole thing all over again, and I'm going to rewatch season 7 just because. But, yep, Game of Thrones coming up. Shazam, starring Zach Levi, something like that. Levi. Yeah, he looks funny. Honestly, I think this is going to be a fun movie to watch. It's kind of like the Ant-Man, which is Marvel. Shazam is DC. But Ant-Man with Paul Rudd. I mean, if it wasn't for Paul Rudd, I don't think Ant-Man would have been as popular. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the comic book when I was young. So for me to like the movie, it's the actor. And so in this case, I like Shazam though. When I was young, I liked Shazam. So I think this actor is going to pull it off pretty good. So it looks like a fun movie. I like this whole Marvel versus DC thing. You know, it's starting because they have Captain Marvel and Shazam. You know, they have, you know, this movie, Avengers, and then the Justice League. So, and they're coming out like Aquaman, and I mean, they're
back to back.
I think DC is doing a little bit better. A lot of people are arguing online like, Marvel, dude, Marvel's the best, bro. You know, and then you got other guys out there about, no way, man, DC, baby, DC all the way. And it's like they both are good. Story-wise, Marvel's got it more under control right now because they've been out, I think, you know, longer. DC's a little bit scattered, but with this whole Justice League and how Zack Snyder, I think it's Zack Snyder. He's the main guy who's been doing it. Him and his wife. But he's the one that did 300. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, for the Justice League. They've been working on some good, you know, spin-offs of the Justice League. And then they still got to get back into the Justice League, right? I wonder who's going to be Batman next. Because I heard Ben Affleck got the boot. Anyhow.
I guess he was replaced by Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon?
Yeah.
Wow. Who's Josh Whedon? Whedon? Oh. Anyway.
2018, November.
Oh, well. That remains to see. I thought Ben Affleck was okay. He did okay.
Yeah, Zack Snyder left production of Justice League.
Oh, he left production. Oh, I stand corrected then. So, anyway, they're doing good. I like DC. I always like DC. So, yeah. Hey, also, rest in peace to Luke Perry. Age 52, he died of a massive stroke. And for all of you out there who don't know who he is, he was Dylan McKay on Beverly Hills 90210. And he was also that guy on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And, dude, he was 52 years old. He was still young. And he got a stroke. You believe that?
Beverly Hills?
Yep, 90210.
Riverdale. Oh, he was in Fifth Element?
Yeah, he was in the beginning. He was with the guy, what is that, archaeologist? And there was, remember Reading the Wall? And the boy was holding the...
Oh, yeah.
And he was the young boy. He was a young scientist with the gun. And then he shot at the guy, at the alien.
Yeah.
And then they closed the thing on him. Yeah. He passed away. Which kind of freaks me out, man. Because he's only like, you know what I mean? 4 years older, a couple of years older than I am. So, wow. You know.
Massive stroke.
Yeah.
52.
Whew, rest in peace, buddy. Hey, UFC, real quick. Jones defeats Smith. Usman defeats Woodley. You know, it looked like Woodley wasn't even in the fight. He went through 5 rounds of just blah. Getting his head pounded in by Usman. And, you know, that kind of frustrated me because I was hoping that Woodley would remain on top along with Askren. But, hey, now Kobe's next, and he gets to fight Marty. And, you know, I hope Marty wins because I can't stand Kobe. Anyway, Ben Askren defeats Lawler by a referee stoppage. Was it too early? And those of you out there who've seen the fight, you tell me. Because when I watch it, at first, it does look like Robbie Lawler's hand went limp. Like it went down on the ground while he was, you know, he had him in that bulldog choke. Which is like the old school Big Brother kind of thing. You know, when you get noogied. It's like the headlock choke. And but then I see different pictures of different angles, and he was giving Herb Dean the thumbs up. So that's a hard one. According to Dana, they're gonna have a rematch. Ben Askren's like, I don't think so. He's like, I want to fight Till or Masvidal, and rightfully so. I think he wants to move up the ranks already. He wants to take on everybody, and he's winning. He did win. Herb Dean stopped the fight, and you know, if you ask me, I think it'll be better if they waited on Robbie Lawler, let Ben Askren climb the charts again, and then have a rematch in the future. Mm-hmm. And then that'll benefit Robbie even better. So let's say Ben Askren makes it up to the number 2 spot. Before he goes for the championship, oh, wait. But you got to rematch Lawler. You know what I'm saying? Lawler could have a chance too. I think that'll be a better strategy. That's me, you know. But then again, I like Robbie Lawler. When he picked up Ben Askren, spoiler alert for all you people out there, if you didn't see the fight, I'm going to tell you what happened right now. When he picked up Ben Askren, like 20 seconds in the first round, and Ben Askren latched onto him, and he picked Ben Askren up, flipped him in the air, like a somersault, and landed him on his head. Boom! And then proceeded to pound the shit out of him while holding his arm behind his back. Ben Askren was stuck. I think if Robbie Lawler would have hung onto that hook a little bit longer, he would have got to his back. Because Ben Askren would have had no choice but to turn his face down. Because his arm was trapped. And he was, I think he broke his nose in the first round, first 30 seconds. But being how Ben Askren is, he got his single on, he stood up, went for the single, went around to the back. Robbie escaped the back. He had his arm out, holding his hip, and he just turned to the bulldog choke. That tight. His transitions is just phenomenal. Yeah, he is.
I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, he is someone to watch in the future. Also, Garbrandt knocked out by Munoz, and oh man, people, that one was just. They were throwing down, man. They were throwing down hard. Good fights, guys. Good fights. Hey, coming up real quick, Holloway versus Poirier for the 155 interim belt. What do you feel about that? Huh? I mean, I understand Poirier, but, you know, Holloway stepping up into that division, he's causing a rift. And this is all because, and I know why, because Khabib is on suspension, and so is Conor.
So he, like, step up.
So he's like stepping up so that to get the 155-pound division going, which is good. And if anything, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a Honolulu fan. I'm a Holloway's fan.
Max versus Khabib.
That'll be the prime. So, but why is he even going with Poirier? And I understand Tony turned him down. Tony said no. He didn't want to fight Max. And they're going at it on multimedia, social media. They're going at it, teasing each other. But Tony turned down the fight. So, of course, Poirier is the next one up. So Max is going to fight him. And Max is a scrapper. He's like, bah, anybody.
Nah, that's what he means.
Anybody.
Get me in the ring already.
Just get me in the ring. So, yeah, you know, he's causing a rift in that whole division. And of course, you know, he's blessed, man. So, anyway, that's the news coming up for future UFC. And we're at the end of our show, dude. We're almost at 40 minutes. And I know you guys out there want to hear more of my voice, you know, and Quinn talk story, but we got to end it, right, Quinn?
Yeah, we're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. But like I said, guys, comment, check us out, any social media that you have, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is good, man. Everyone's on Facebook.
We have Snapchat now.
Oh, we have Snapchat now. And you have anything that you want to say before we go?
Oh, we're all good.
No, you're all good. Hey, I'm all good, and I hope you guys are all good. Until next week, this is Ed and Quinn coming to you loud from Maui. Shoots like that.